Welcome to the show.
Right in the
Coffee
morning,
with Nikkie.
right
In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way.
right in the morning.
Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Coffee with
Wake
Nikkie.
up everybody in the morning, wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding and we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning, I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie, oh yeah, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women, make it sound easy. Make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning, wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding and we riding, yo.
I think I'm big.
This thing is going in any order that it feels like. I'm like, what is going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm losing my voice. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing this amazing morning? Well, Big Meech is in the building. She is right here. She is there. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie, and this is your daily cup of information and inspiration. How's everyone doing this morning? I know I am not on camera this morning. Listen, it was a struggle. It was a struggle for me this morning. Plus, I got up too late to, get all my stuff in order. But, that's neither here nor there. We are here this morning, and we are going to be talking about circular habits. We're going to be talking about circular spending and how we can start implementing this in our businesses, how we can implement this in our business, because people are wanting reusable options. People are wanting refillable options. They are wanting to have multi-purpose products, right? So we have to show up and show out, of course, right? Because why not? We can be as innovative as we need to be. Since we are making our products, we can create a lane. We don't need approval from anyone to do these refills or make these such changes in our business. So I need y'all to take this video out and take the link out and share it with your friends. Share it everywhere. I can't wait. Where's my sisters? When my sisters get in here, well, no, we're not going to do it. So today looks like another sleepy hollow day. We got a cloudy, overcasty day. It's a little rain, which is great because the rain will wash away the snow. Y'all, we had has anybody, well, nobody lives up in the snowy weather like me, Michi, Michelle, because she's in Canada. But we had I think they're called the ice dam on our roof. And so the water wasn't draining. Oh my gosh. And they said that the sheets of ice that was up there was so huge. And so I'm glad, I say all that to say that I'm glad we have a little rain so that it can start washing some of this snow away. It may be a little flooding, so, a little creek situation popping, but at least the snow will be going away. And because I think we're supposed to have more cold weather next week. This week was really warm. So next week we're supposed to have colder weather, which means all of the leftover snow is going to then ice up again. And nobody needs that. And nobody needs that. But it is winter. People say, I can't believe we got this much snow, but that's what we're supposed to get. It's winter. Like it's cold in the wintertime. It's supposed to be, be concerned when it's summertime feeling in the winter and you live up north. Be concerned then, you know what I mean? And even then, because I remember when I used to live in the Bronx and I was younger, there was I would remember I had a blue leather bomber coat. Y'all remember those coats, the bombers? The bubble coats. I said I had one of those, and I went downstairs. I went to the store. And it was hot. It was hot. And that was right after Christmas. And I remember that because it's just the coat. I remember going into Poppy's grocery store, and I remember what I wore. Like if I was like, I'm watching myself going to the store. Crazy, 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 crazy. But yeah, that is what's been happening over here on my end. I hope everybody is doing well on their ends. And again, today we are going to be talking about circular habits. Again, please make sure that you share out this live. And if you have not considered options where people can not buy full size or not buy a whole nother thing, then this is the show for you. I hate, 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 hate. I hate with a passion to throw away pretty vessels. I do not like it at all, not one bit. So I have been, while I was doing this, we've been talking about it since since yesterday. I'm thinking like, how can I do some oil options? If I had an in store, it would be super easy, right? Because anybody could just bring their containers to me, receipt, you got to prove something, right? You could bring your containers and then refill. So like if like in my shop, I could have had like an oil refilling station, right? For their bottles of oils. And then they can, I leave it unscented the way I do it at the body cocktail bar. And then they could, add their fragrance to their body oils or their shimmer or whatever, right? So they can come and replenish like that. That would be perfect, right? So now I don't have the shop anymore. So now I got to think, how can I give a similar experience? But since I don't have an in-store option, how can I do that? So I'm really reconsidering how I can do this as well, because you always are, you have tons and tons of bottles and containers, and you just gotta do something with them because you hate to throw them away. I'm like, what can I put in here? What can I put in here? And so we're gonna talk about that. We're going to talk about it. And even with the sugar scrubs, I could do that too. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have had my sugar scrub bar, like an ice cream parlor, and then just refill their containers. But that's not an option. So now I'm really trying to think. I'm trying to rack my brain to see how I could offer something like that. And I want you all to do the same thing. Think about what you sell and think about how you can offer a refillable option. Maybe show other ways that they can use the situation, whatever that is. If that's a vessel, if that's a plastic container, if that's a bottle, show them how they can use it again, to multi-purpose use, what you can do with it. Because I'm sorry, yeah, my knee. What you could do with it, because this is the direction that people are going to. Before, it used to be real trendy, right? Oh, I'm eco luxury, or oh, I'm eco friendly, and we do this and we offer this. Before, that was just kind of like an option. Now it's going to, for 2026, they're saying this is more of the norm because people want to reduce waste. And it's totally understandable because we throw away so much, right? And even though we should be using recyclable items, let's be real, I don't know how much they're actually recycling, you know what I mean? So, and plus the sorry sometimes the packaging that we're using is not recyclable, so it's just going in and it's just wasted anyway, right? So we got to think about our options and see how we could do better for the environment, because we only got one place to live. We don't know how to live on any other planet. We don't know how to live on any other planet. Does anybody know something that I don't know? Do you know how to live on another planet? Because I don't. And I don't have, my car can't take me to another planet. Okay. It can take me down the road, but it can't take me to another planet. So we need to come up with something, because we got to make this world a better place for you and me. No, we got to make this world a better place. So we're going to talk about that today. And what I mean by circular spending, I told y'all, it's smart spending. You're buying things you can reuse, refill, repair, or resell instead of constantly rebuying. Okay, so y'all need to think about that. And I'm going to see who's in the building, and then we're going to get right into it. We're going to get right into it. The only thing that I really offer as a refill that I am really happy about is my soaps for my Brush Me Off soap, so they don't have to keep on buying a container. But for the smaller ones, the soap doesn't exactly fit in there. You waste more in it. And so I got to figure out something else. But that's not, that's neither here nor there. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out and we're going to get it together. All right. So first up in the building, we got Big Meech in the building. Let's see if I can play it again.
I think I'm Big Meech.
Why did it do that? It won't let me be great. I think I'm gonna have to redo all of my scenes so that I can have everything flow back the way it used to, back the way it was flowing last week. So we'll see. Good morning, Big Meech. Big Meech said, please hit the like button and happy Wednesday. Yes, happy Wednesday, everybody. It's hump day. Thank you, Big Meech. Big Meech said, please share out the live. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. Yes, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, y'all. Okay, it's a winning Wednesday, so let's win. Let's win, because all we do is win, 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 no matter what. Okay, it's winning Wednesday. I'm praying blessings over all of us. Yes, yes, and yes. I love it, Miss Sheila from VA. Good morning to you. Good morning, Damien. Damien says, good morning, creative spirits. How are you doing this amazing morning? I will see you this evening. Sheila from VA says, having a near heat storm here in Virginia. It's 53 degrees. I think we had yesterday I went to the store. I went outside without a coat. So it's, we getting a little better. We're getting a little better. Spring looked like it's coming. It looked like it's on its way. It was a nice sunshiny day yesterday. Did I tell y'all my friend told me to start my seeds? So I gotta start my she said start your peppers and your brassicas. So I don't know if I'm water jug sewing. No, I started those in the trays. Okay, so I think I need some more trays. I'm talking myself through something. Sorry, y'all. Talking myself through it. But if y'all are gonna garden, now is the time to garden. If you are going to garden, now is the time. If you live in an apartment, you can still garden in your home. I told you my friend Donovan, he had a whole situation where he grew all his stuff in the house, and he said he liked it better because no bugs and all that other stuff. But yes, going ahead and see what you can do. If you have a fire escape, if you have a window sill, if you have something, going ahead and start trying to grow you something. If you like green beans, those are easy. You like peas, those are easy. You know what I'm saying? Like tomatoes, easy. So listen, cucumbers, easy. Start growing some things that you eat, especially those green leafy vegetables that absorb all the chemicals. They're trying to off us. So since that's the case, you want to, be in control of things that you can control. So if you have the opportunity to start a garden, I suggest that you do it. Don't say, oh, I don't feel like it, or I don't have a green thumb. I didn't have a green thumb myself either. Like my first garden was not a success. My second garden was not a success. I had some successes, but I wasn't very successful. My third one, better. You know what I'm saying? Like it got better and better and better. And so you may not have a green thumb initially, but if you keep on trying, you'll kind of do it enough to know, I know this works. I know this doesn't work. I know this needs to be planted over here. I know that it doesn't work over there. I know I have to, you know what I'm saying? Like you get things, you'll see what you need to do. So I want to encourage you all to start a garden. Good morning, Michelle Robinson. How are you doing this amazing morning? Michelle Robinson said, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Martina Bine. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? And as y'all know, it's super early over there on the West Coast. Good morning, Christina. How are you doing this amazing morning? I'll see you this evening too. Tree's comment earlier stating, I'm praying for each. Okay, wait. I'm praying for each and every one of you here. May God continue to guide your steps. Be blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen, amen, amen. Good morning, cousin. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. How are you doing this amazing morning? Good morning, Kay the manager. Kay the manager said good morning and happy Winning Wednesday, everyone. Yes, yes, yes. Let's have a win this morning. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel.
You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave.
You better thank a union member. You better thank a union member. Good morning. Good morning. She said, hey, Kay, the manager. I think I get missed because I reply as soon as a notification pops up. You get missed because no, it's not when the notification, well, it is, but I can't see the YouTube chat. So anybody in the YouTube chat, I can't see it until I go live. And when I go live, that's when I can see everything in this platform. But I can't see anything off of YouTube, which is crazy. Crazy talk, because even in StreamYard, you could see the people popping in, but here, not so much. So talk to me when the live button goes on, or when the theme song comes on, and then I'll be able to see it, but I can't see it beforehand. It's insane. Let me see. Good to know. I'll tell Sierra. Thanks. Yes. Start growing your stuff. Yes, because the green stuff, there's some things you can eat, like they call it the dirty dozen, right? Or something like that. There's some things you can eat because there's that protective layer on the top of it, like oranges, lemons, those type of things, because they got that protective layer on it, so it's not getting to the inside. But things like the greens, they absorb whatever chemicals they're putting on the vegetables. The strawberries is another one. They're absorbing all of the stuff that they put on the products, all the stuff for it to last long in the store, look good in the store, just to grow in nature, and also to not have because the bugs get to it, so they got to protect it with some stuff, right? And so they put all these things on there. So like I know for us, I was using 7 powder, but then you're not supposed, it's a lot of things on there, and there's a lot of warnings on 7 powder, so you gotta kind of use that like sparingly. And so I was like, if I gotta use it like that, then I don't know, because like the Macious Earth, you can just put that, I think that's how you say it, you can just throw all of that everywhere, right? Or kaolin clay, and you don't have to worry. But when I seen the 7 powder, I was like, they said it works, but it works at what cost, right? So we'll see what's going to happen this gardening season. Hopefully it'll be an amazing gardening season, because like I said, I'm ready to start my garden because I didn't do one last year. I was just not in the mood for a garden last year, but this year I want to do it. So like I said, my friend said start my stuff. I'm going to start my stuff. I need some starter dirt. And Mr. Steve, y'all have y'all heard of Mr. Steve? I haven't stopped to speak to Mr. Steve in quite some time. Well, actually, I did when I seen him when I was going to the store. He stopped me in the car. He'd be flagging the car down like, stop. And Mr. Steve, have a whole long conversation with you. And so now he said he's not gardening anymore in the dirt. Well, he's gardening in the dirt, but he's using containers now. So it could, the deer got us really bad. So he said he's using containers this year. So we'll see. So let's get into it. How many of y'all have refillable products? Let me know in the chat. If you have refillable products, put 1. Refillable, reusable, all the things. How many of y'all have that? 1's in the chat if you do, 2's if you do not. 1's if you do, 2's if you don't. Do you have a refillable, reusable items? For my brush soap, I do have a refill option. That's what I was telling you. But I want to have more options. I want to have the sugar scrub, especially for the body cocktail bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be dope to refill, unless I say like you do like MAC does. MAC does that with their lipsticks, and they tell you if you send in a certain amount, you'll get a certain credit or you'll get a free lipstick. And maybe something like that would work, but sending your containers, I don't know how sanitary it would be to be sending in your container. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some things you got to consider, but clearly this is the direction. And so if we want to save the planet, we are going to have to do some things, and we're going to have to do some research. So, all right. So I see a lot of people don't have refillable or reusables. Okay. Okay. One thing that I hate to throw away is I told y'all the beautiful candle vessels. I hate to throw them away. They, you people who make candles and they put their candles in unique vessels, and they're like a nice size, they're beautiful. I really am reluctant to throw them away. I really don't want to, because I'm like, it's so pretty. Like, this could be something else. So I'm thinking that if you make products in beautiful vessels, it is a waste. And you know that sometimes you can't, because of the nature of a candle, you can't keep reusing the vessel if you're using glass, because now, the quality starts to diminish. But what other options can they do, or what other options can they use for this container? What can they do with this vessel? So I think as responsible product makers, we should show how they can reuse this item and how it can look seamless in their home, so that they don't feel guilty throwing it away. They know it costs money. They could tell the quality of the vessel. They know that it costs them some money. It costs you some money to create this vessel. And now when their candle is going, they're sad, and they're like, well, what can I do with this? I don't really want to throw this away. And so now they got to buy a whole new candle. That's, buying a whole new candle, that's another thing. But what could they do with this thing that they have? And I'm touching, whose is this? Caitlin's candle. She has like this beautiful gold, a beautiful gold vessel, right? I won't want to throw that away. So how can I use this? I can, think about other things that I can do. I seen some people put succulents in their containers. I would not put a succulent in here unless it's a fake one, because it doesn't have a drain hole, and there's no way to do it because this is glass. So what options can you give your customers to make this seamlessly fit into their home? It fits into their home because they bought it and they, placed it wherever they placed it to enjoy the candle. So what else could they do with this vessel to make it something they use? Like, could it be something that they hold their makeup brushes in? Could it be something that they hold their hair stuff in? Could they put this on their desk for their office stuff? Can you embellish it? Can you show them how to embellish it if they should happen to have? Could they go to the dollar store and get a few items to make this thing look like something else? How can they use this item to be a multi-purpose item? Do y'all feel what I'm saying? In the chat, let me know. Do y'all feel what I'm saying in the chat? How else can they use this vessel to make it a multi-purpose item? This is what consumers are looking for now. For 2026, this is what they're doing. One thing I hate to do, I don't know if anybody has ever gotten one of those boxes from Juvia's Place, but their boxes are so beautiful, such great quality. The packaging on the outside has this nice glossy foiled box, and inside has those the inside has those foam inserts, and it's pretty on the inside. It's just like a gorgeous box, magnetic. I hate to throw those boxes away, but I'm like, what else could I use it for? You know what I mean? We've got to figure out how we can inform our customers or educate our customers on how they could reuse their boxes. We have to, or reuse their packaging. What can they do? And it's something that you need to use as part of your content plan, letting them know, especially if you have refillable items, if you have repurpose suggestions. This is something that you need to start incorporating into your content, because this is going to show your customers, you care about the environment, you care about their spending, you care about that, that they're not wasting, and you want to show them how they can use this to elevate a space or make the space look pretty, or zhuzh it up a little bit. But that is what we need to do as product makers. We need to start informing our customers on what they can do. And I told you, I will hold on to the box until I could think about something I could do with it, but there's really nothing I could do with the box. I'm like, oh well, I can make it like I could put my makeup back in it, but it's like it's a taking up space. It's a weird shape, like, you know what I mean? So like, I'm like, oh, I'm throwing this away. I feel so wasteful because it is great quality, right? So how can we show up and show our customers how they can reuse, refill, recycle our products? So I guess I'm a 1 and should talk about that more often. Yep. Yep. So your customers now are watching waste. My chair just keeps going lower and lower and lower and lower. Michelle said 1. Yes, because Michelle has these resin vessels that you don't have to worry about is going to explode like a glass. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you have options, and then if you have options for refills, or if you have options for refills, do tutorials and show them how to do it, because they may not know. You may think is they supposed to know, but sometimes they don't. So you want to make sure that you inform your customers, hey, did you know that we have a refill option? And if you have a refill option, you can tell them either with a QR code, you can tell them with on your thank you card, you can say, when you run out of this, you can get your refill. When you do this, you can do that. Oh, when the glass is empty or when this is finished, let's look at other suggestions on what you can do with this thing, or where you can recycle it or something. Like if you want to really go deep, you can tell them where they can, recycle the item. But listen, we got to think of ways to do it. Why? Because this is where the market is going. Your customer is not just watching the price, they're watching ways. Products that stretch, refill, or last longer feel smarter and more justifiable. So they'll want to spend with you because they know that, okay, I don't feel like this is a waste of a spend. You know what I mean? I feel like this investment really is justified. I feel like I could really get more out of this than just enjoying a candle. Right. And some people may just want to enjoy a candle, but your job as a product maker is to bring them a story. Your job is not to just bring them a story, but let them know how you are the better option. Right. Audrey Richmond says how you are uncloned, why you are the obvious choice. So why are you the obvious choice when it comes to whatever you sell? Right? Think about how you can show up in that way. All right. So people who have products that refill at home, listen, you could do refill in store or refill at home. Now that I'm thinking about it, the in-store thing would be so great right now, right? For me. Because again, you can come into the store and you can refill your oils, your sugar scrubs, those type of things. But if you don't have that option, what can you do? Think about those things. The market is projected to jump from about $1.2 billion in 2026 to around $4.3 billion by 2036, which means it's moving forward. So eco-friendly is not just, selective. Now it seems like it's going to be the thing, that the move, you know what I'm saying? It's obvious. Everybody is going to be concerned about eco-friendly options. Why? Because there's so much going on the earth. There's so much waste that we have to figure out ways to reduce it. So how can you be a solution and not a problem? Yes. Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. If you with me, say I'm with you. If you're with me, say I'm with you. A reuse survey found 56% of people think it's important for brands to offer reusable products and packaging. That's more than half, right? Reusable products and packaging, and almost half already use some kind of reusable solution weekly. I know I like to use that Dawn spray, that power wash spray. I think that spray is amazing. It's amazing on everything. Do y'all use it? That power wash spray is amazing on everything. Y'all hear me? I used it on rug tape that was on the floor that I couldn't get up, that it was there. I tried coconut oil, I tried vinegar, I tried alcohol, I tried all the things to try to get that up. Glue on. None of that stuff worked to get the rug sticker up off the ground, right? Off the floor. And so I used the power wash, that Dawn power wash. Oh, got it out. Got it up off the floor. I also use it on black ink on a wood floor because I was changing my ink cartridges and I dropped some of the ink on the floor. And so the wood had the ink on it, and then I tried to wipe it and it smeared all over the place. And I'm like trying to just clean it with just regular cleaner. It wouldn't come up. I used that Dawn spray, and you could see that the Dawn spray was eating up the ink off the floor, because you can see the ink with the bubbles were starting to turn black, right? And when I was like, "Ooh, I wonder if I wipe it, if I'm gonna smear more," because the one thing I didn't want to do was smear the ink all over the floor, because when I tried to wipe it the first time, I smeared it. And so when I wiped it clean, so all the ink was off the all the ink was off the floor. Neon pigment usually stay on your counter. Sprayed that with the Dawn spray. That stuff is life. I love it. So I figured, let me see if because every time you got to buy one, I think they're like $8.99 now or $6.99 sometimes. And so I'm like, every time I'm throwing this away, but it has a little sprayer on it. So I'm like, could this be a refill? They sell refills. And then I started looking online to see if there's an option for you to make it yourself. I found out how to make it. Got a video on that. Y'all can look at it on my YouTube channel. Found out how to make it myself with the Dawn liquid detergent, alcohol, and distilled water. That is all you needed. I can make so many refills. I can save money. I don't have to keep throwing those refill bottles away, because every time you get the refill bottle, like, you might as well just buy a whole new thing. The only thing that you're not purchasing is the sprayer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really like a refill. Because you still got the whole bottle. So I just buy a bigger bottle of the dish detergent, and I already have the alcohol and distilled water, and I make it myself, and I can remake it as many times as I need to in the same bottle, right? So think about that. People are actually doing these things because it's going to save them money, and it's going to help reduce the waste. That power spray is let me tell you, that stuff is life. If you make products, everybody needs that in their life. Everybody need it in their life. And you can just go to Dollar Tree, the $1.50 tree, $5 tree, Five Below. It's not Five Below, but I'm just saying the Dollar Tree price just keep on going up. But you go to the tree, and you can definitely get you a Dawn's Power Wash for however much they're charging, $1.50 or whatever. And you could use that, and you only need 3 tablespoons to fill up the whole 16-ounce bottle. And I double it though. I use 6 tablespoons, and I just told y'all how to do it. 6 tablespoons, and I use the same amount of alcohol. So 6 tablespoons of the detergent, 6 tablespoons of the alcohol, and then I put the distilled water in there, shake it up a little bit, and then you got your spray. Thank me later. And it works just as good as when you bought the first Dawn the Dawn Power Wash. Everybody needs it in their life. Everybody needs it in their life, especially if you work with pigments and stuff like that. It cleans it off. And if you are a crafter, you already know you have all kinds of like little paints and colorants and glitters and all that on the, it wipes it right up. Everything comes right up. I absolutely love me some Dawn Power Wash. So it's very important for us to figure out what we can do and how we can have a refillables. Somebody put refillables in the chat. Refillables, especially if 56% think it's important for brands to offer reusable products and packaging. So now they can say, oh, my favorite candle brand offers refills, or my favorite candle brand offers something else, you know what I mean? But you want to be able to be that option for your customers. All right. So about 85% of users in that study said they intend to return or reuse their packaging. People like that idea. You got to go where the people are, you got to, it's provocative. You got to do, but you got to start moving in a direction where the people are going, right? The wave is moving into more eco-friendly times, and you've got to move into more eco-friendly times. You cannot ignore it. You can still offer luxury. You can still offer an amazing experience. You can still offer all of those things. But if this is important to people right now, you also got to figure out, well, how can I still remain true to my brand, but still make sure that my customers know that we do have refillables or reusables or repurposables. I don't think repurposables is a word, but y'all understand what I'm saying. right? How can we show that? So do you make it easy for your customers to refill their favorite products from your brand? Do you make it easy for your customers to refill their favorite products from your brand? Ones if you do, twos if you don't. Ones if you do, twos if you don't. And let me know in the chat. Do ya? And again, I'm thinking of ways I can make it easier for my customers. I do have, and I purchased these a while ago. I have these like jugs. I think I have 16 ounces and 13 ounces. And I'm thinking maybe I can do a body oil situation. So if you purchase your body oils, and I'll sell the jugs, and then you'll probably be able to refill your body oil at least two to three times, or 2 to 4 times you'll be able to refill it. If you got the smaller ones, you'll be refilling forever. But that, I'm thinking about doing that as an option for my mom, for my room spray, because I know she likes the cranberry orange one. I made her a big jug of her the room spray, so that she can just keep on refilling her room spray as necessary. So she didn't have to keep coming getting a 2-ounce bottle or 4-ounce bottle from me, because she was going through those things like water. So I was like, the best thing for me to do is for me to give her a jug, since I already had them. So I'm thinking that I want to do a jug situation, and do the body oils like that. So that's one idea, but that's only body oil. So I'm like, and I did also purchase some biodegradable Ziploc bags, because I was like, maybe I can just put I could put the body butter in there. But now, like, thinking about putting body butter in a gallon like sandwich bag, a Ziploc bag, it's gonna get messy. It's gonna get greasy. It's gonna get oily, and you're not gonna probably, because I have you're probably not gonna like it. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be gross. I have lip balm, the lip balm base, and I usually get it in a container, and I purchased from another vendor, and they put theirs in like a pouch. And it is so messy to use, especially, when it's at the top, it's easier. You can just, squirt out a little bit or whatever. But when you start to have to go into the bag, like, the bag is big, and so you can't just squeeze it out like you normally would, and you have to dig into the bag, and it's just a mess. It's like you have your gloves on, there's oil everywhere. And so I'm thinking that would probably be the same thing with with body mousse, like a body butter. But I was trying to think of options where you don't have to continue to buy the tub from me. So we'll see, Mr. Wilson. I don't offer things that can be refilled. Well, you have your car fresheners, you do have your car fresheners. Or how you can multi-purpose something. Good morning, Cherise. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? She said that power wash. Yes. That stuff is so good. Yes, it's awesome. And I use your version too. Hey, awesome. So don't it work? Listen, I usually like to use 90% alcohol, but I used 70 at one time, because I was like, I've used the wrong bottle. And I was like, oh my gosh, I put the wrong alcohol in. It still worked. Still work just as good, less expensive. Yep. Just buy one of each, and then you refill it as you need. Especially if you do like me. I use that power wash for everything, because it gets everything out. So think about what you can do. Before I forget, I want to remind everyone that I have the Coffee with Nikki t-shirts available in my Etsy shop. If y'all want to represent your girl, use code CWN10 at checkout. Link to my Etsy shop in my bio on IG. I'll comment the direct link here. All right, y'all. So y'all could be able to click that. So go on ahead and click it so y'all can represent the squad. How many of us are in beauty and fragrance? One's in the chat. How many of us are in beauty and fragrance? My hand is up. You can't see it, but it is. My hand is up. Come on, repurposables. Listen, I'm making up words. Repurposables. Make sure you got it. Hey, Jean-V. On who? Jean-V, you the perfect person. Oh my gosh. When I was writing my notes this morning, you are the person that I thought about. So maybe I manifested you in here. But you are the perfect person to be talking about refillables because Jean-V makes concrete candles. So she don't have to worry about the wear and tear on a glass vessel. Right. But also it can be a statement piece in your home as well, because again, it's a concrete vessel. So you can do a lot of things with it. And I was thinking about you and your refills because we're talking about refillables this morning. So if you are in beauty and fragrance, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. On me. Yes. So let me just inform you because this is going to be content for you, okay? Jean-V. All right. 56%. A reuse survey found 56% of people think it's important for brands to offer reusable products, packaging, and almost half already use some kind of reusable solution weekly. That's content you could use. 85% of users in that study said they intend to return or reuse their packaging. People like the idea. They just needed to be convenient and clear. So you just make sure you keep on talking about these refills. You keep on talking about how to repurpose these concrete containers. And yes, okay, because this is where the world is going right now. People want more sustainable items. They want things that they could reuse and they don't feel guilty about purchasing. So let's say they initially buy a $80 candle from you and then their refill is only $20. Save $60. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have to buy the thing again because now you offer refills. It makes people feel seen and heard, and it also makes them feel not guilty about their purchases. So that was a word for you. All right, so beauty and fragrance. It is becoming, everybody is trying to offer these eco-friendly options. The bigger brands are doing it. So guess what? You know what we need to be doing? Taking heed, because if the bigger brands are finding out it is better to offer eco-friendly options, because again, we're saving the planet, because it's the only planet we have to live on, even though they're saying we're going to all these other planets. Well, not all these other planets, they said Mars, but we don't know how to, we can't personally just decide we're gonna get there. We can't teleport there, we can't drive there. So and the airplane ain't gonna take you there neither. So we got to make do with what we got here on this earth. So we got to make sure we take care of the earth. And how can we take care of the earth? Is by providing options where we're not creating so much waste, especially with plastics and things like that. Right? So let me see. I received the aid. Refillable beauty is growing on the back of eco awareness and regulations, pushing brands towards reusable packaging and lower waste formats. So let's say you're deciding, okay, so if you're using plastics, so now you need to see what plastics are recyclable, because now you got to think, I gotta be conscious about my customer, right? I can't just give you whatever I think you should have. I got to think about my customer, especially if this is important to my customer. Then they're going to be looking into the quality of the plastics. This also speaks to me being able to speak about the quality of the plastics that I'm using and why your price point may reflect a certain amount, right? Because I want you to know that we're using plastic that has blah, 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 or is easily recyclable, because we know that most plastics are not, and da, 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 da. Give them some stats and facts, because people love stats and facts. And let them know that. And this is the type of products, this is the type of packaging we're using, because we know it's important for us to start eliminating so for us to not have so much waste, right? So we need to reduce waste. How can we do that? By the products, the packaging that we're using or stuff like that. So we are responsible for our carbon footprint, and we are responsible for, reducing waste or whatever. But this is something that you can speak to your audience with, and they'll be like, oh wow, okay, she really thought about us. She really is conscious, and she thinking about the planet, and da 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 da. We want to make sure that we're using that. So not only is it a better option, but it's also an option for you, an opportunity for you to talk about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't control every product maker. I can't control what everybody else is doing in the beauty industry or the fragrance industry, but I can control what we're doing in our little corner of the world. And this is what we're doing. If y'all with me, say I'm with you in the chat. If you're with me, say I'm with you in the chat. So even if there's fragrance options, what could we do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a perfume bottle. If you can't recycle it. I know some people are purchasing those smaller bottles, and they're taking their big perfumes and they're putting it into the smaller bottles. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can you reduce the waste? How can you reduce the waste? Packaging analysis and packaging analysts say by 2026, fragrance that can't be refilled, separated, or recycled. Y'all listening? I need y'all to pay attention to this, okay? Packaging analysts say by 2026, we're in 2026, fragrance that can't be refilled, separated, or recycled will start to feel outdated or even irresponsible to many shoppers. So you don't want somebody to not shop with you because they think that you are an irresponsible maker, right? You want your customers to think that, not think, but know that you are mindful, and you're mindful about their option, but their options and what they choose to do, and you have to move accordingly as well. You have to move accordingly as well. Like, I know I don't even have it in front of me now. I think I took them downstairs. Chantel's perfume sprayers. I think you can just twist the top off and refill it, right? Maybe we need to have a refill option for these perfumes for the people that love, love, love these perfumes, right? So think about it. Everybody in this room needs to really think about what kind of options you can offer to your customers about sustainability, because clearly it's important for 2026. And even if you don't have something right now, let's say you're just using a regular plastic bottle, is there a way that you can is there a way that you can use another option that can be a forever bottle, right? So, okay, well, I know plastic is cheaper, it's cheaper, but if I offer this glass bottle, I know that we don't have to worry about bacteria residue, da 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 da, in the glass bottle, and it'll be cleaner for my customer to use, and they can buy a bigger bottle as a refill and replace it. So yes, I may have spent a little bit more money on the bottle, but I also made a better connection because this is the better option, and you're not going to be throwing away. Like, you can, and even if you speak to it as a marketing thing, right? Our previous options were plastic, and you would keep buying the plastic, and we already know that plastic is hard to break down or whatever, or may be harmful to the environment, and so we want to reduce that. So now our option is that we're using glass. So we replace our plastic with glass bottles. Now it may be a little bit more expensive, but this is what we're doing. With that glass bottle, you're able to buy the bigger bottle of the refill, and all you have to do is replenish your room sprays, perfumes, whatever, into this bottle, and now it's sustainable. Now it's a refillable option. Now you're reducing waste, like that type of thing, right? Remember, again, if you inform your customers, you'll be surprised what your customers want to hear. Right? If you inform them, you'll be surprised what they want to hear. If sustainability is important, it's your job to voice that. Because if you don't voice it, they're not going to just take it. Oh, they're going to take your word for it. Oh, it's sustainable. But how? It's sustainable. How? What can I do? What, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me some information. Your customers are going to need it. We can't take for granted that they're just going to know, right? We have to give them that information. So if you made this decision because you want to reduce the carbon footprint, then this is something that you need to voice to your customers instead of just changing into a glass bottle and saying this was the better option. But why is it the better option? Because I think that explanation about reducing waste, because it's so important for everyone that's shopping in 2026, is going to be helpful for them to make that decision to purchase your item. If y'all with me, say I'm with you in the chat. If you with me, say I'm with you in the chat. Please and thank you. Please and thank Thank you. It used to be very trendy for us to be like, oh, we're eco-friendly. Oh, we're eco-luxury. Oh, we use this and we use recyclable this and we use this and we use that. That used to be the trendy thing, but now it's not going to be trendy. This is the thing that everybody is wanting right now. It's not this just trendy, it's a necessity. Okay? Because again, we know that there's a lot of waste and we know that the earth is the only place we got to live, so we cannot be jacking it up. They jacked it up long enough. They jacked up this earth long enough. We got to do what we can to maintain this place. Because again, we can't get to another planet walking. We can't get there on a bike. We can't get there on skates. We can't get there in a plane. We can't get there in a car. We can't get there, right? So what are we going to do while we here? Right? What are we going to do while we here? Refills and durable vessels are no longer eco talk. It's no longer a fad. It's no longer the trendy thing. It is required. It is necessary for us in this day and age. And somebody put required in the chat. It is required for you to consider the environment. No more irresponsible packaging. Right? No more irresponsible packaging. If you have a package, how can we make it reusable? If we're going to use a certain kind of plastic, then let's make sure that we're responsible. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make sure that we are checking out the types of plastic and what it does, and can it be recycled, and can it be, and not be harmful when it is recycled or destroyed or whatever, because they say that it emits these chemicals and stuff like that in air. And if that's the case, then we have problems. And also, when we're using the fragrance oils, is that chemical reaction doing something to the plastic, doing something? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to think about it. We got to do some research. It's going to take a little bit more digging. It's going to take a little more digging, but it's definitely something that is going to be beneficial to you all. Right? Yes, yes, and yes. Elevated awakenings. Elevated awakenings. So we got my good sis in the building, the HBIC of BCMC and of BCMC University, the one hit wonder, the rap legend, the rap god, the princess of Ghana, the jewels of Ghana. My good sis Jewels is in the building. Yes. So I want all of you all, I want you to start thinking of options. I want you to start thinking of ways that you can show up and share how your product can be multi-purpose, or how can it be refilled, or give them some tutorials on how to do something. Listen, if you could zhuzh up my gold candle vessel and make it something different, show me. Show me. If you're going to do an experiment because you found something on Pinterest and somebody said you can do something, show the people what it looks like. Give them an opportunity to do something like that, right? Because you're letting them know, hey, don't just throw that thing away. That thing is beautiful. That thing, first of all, if y'all buying these vessels that are like these gold vessels or these beautiful big vessels, they're already expensive. And now people just throwing it down the drain. Well, they ain't throwing it down the drain, but they throwing it in the trash. And guess where it's ending? What do you call it? The wastelands. That's where it's sitting. So how can we repurpose this beautiful thing? How can we repurpose this beautiful thing? And we know, as for candle makers, you can't really do with the glass vessels. You got to be real particular about doing refills in your glasses, right? You got to be really, really particular. So let me see what else I want to share with y'all. Circular economy models: reduce, reuse, recycle. Listen, start using that. If this is definitely for Michelle and definitely for Jean-V. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Why? Because y'all have those vessels that you can do that with. But listen, anybody, if you have anything that can be reused, repurposed, start letting the people know. Start letting the people know. If you package your stuff in a certain way, like how and this made me open my eyes a little bit too. I package my soaps in coffee liners because it reduces plastic. And so I'm like, well, I still use shrink wrap. How can I use less shrink wrap? And I tell y'all in a minute, I love me some shrink wrap. I love plastic, like, but it ain't good for you. It ain't good for you. So how can I reduce it? So I was like, you know what? I have a video of me packaging up my soaps. I need to start talking about the packaging and why I package my soap in coffee liners, because it's easier to throw away paper than it is plastics. So yeah, start thinking about those things and coming from those perspectives. I know Melly Mel, sometimes she wraps her soap in tissue paper, which is great for the environment, right? Because it's just paper and it's easier to get rid of as opposed to, the plastics and things like that. So what can you do? Again, I offer refills in my brush soap, so you don't have to keep on buying the plastic containers. I do say that when I talk about my brush soaps and, talk about how you don't reduce the waste kind of thing, but I need to do a better job at telling everyone that the refills are great for the environment, because you don't have to keep on buying these plastic containers and throwing them away, right? And it's better for me too, because I don't got to keep buying these plastic containers. It's better for me because I don't have to keep buying them. So if you have these options, make sure you let your customers know that. What else? Okay, so I told y'all that circular economy models: reduce, reuse, recycle. Somebody put reduce, reuse, recycle in the chat. Reduce, reuse, recycle in the chat. Relax, relate, release. Relax, relate, release. Somebody put reduce, reuse, and recycle in the chat. This is where you can speak. If you have products that do this, this is where you need to start speaking from today. Could cut emissions up to 40% and create a huge new market, which is why big brands are shifting in this direction. The big brands are, listen, when you see them start to shift a little bit, start shifting too. Gen Z and younger shoppers are driving. Gen Z and younger shoppers are driving this. 64% have bought secondhand, and more than 70% say they're willing to pay more for sustainable options. This is stats and facts. I didn't make this up. I didn't come up with no numbers that I pulled out of the sky. Okay. So Gen Z and younger shoppers, which we know, though, the younger shoppers are the that keep the economy going, right? Because they're going to keep on purchasing, especially, like I said, Rihanna does this with her audience, because she know that the younger people are going to be talking about it. They're going to be doing tutorials about it. They're going to be, trying different things with it. They want options. They're going to be blending things. They're going to be doing a lot of things, right? And so if this is your audience, we want to also make sure that we're doing this too, especially if your candle burns cleaner, especially if it reduces no, not the allergies, because that's just the thing. But it burns cleaner. You can replace it with maybe you could add a wax melt or something in there to keep the candle going longer. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But think about something that you can use or you can do to make it more sustainable for your audience. Because clearly they're willing to pay more for a sustainable option. Okay? Willing to pay more. So instead of just selling things, think about ways, and this is what we just said, think about ways that you can offer refills, multi-purpose. What can you do to make it last? You're going to make it last longer, but you're also going to reduce the guilt again, right? You're reducing the guilt when they purchase. So if they know that they spend $80 on this candle, this is what I was saying with Jean V. If they're spending $80 on the candle, but they know that they can get the $20 option and they don't have to buy that $80 candle again, that is going to have them, they're going to feel great about their purchase. Plus, they're going to be sharing that with their friends too. Like, the people that it means something to. Girl, you could get the refills. You got Jean V's bowl candle. You could get the refills too. What? I could get the like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to keep this is going to keep the money circulating, and it also gives them more options, right? Because now I could get different scents. I don't have to spend $80 on every new candle. Yes, that sounds great for them to get a brand new candle, an $80 brand new candle, but also I can get this $20 refill. I'm so happy with my purchase and the way that I could change out my scent. I'm going to be telling other people. And so I'm going to be making new customers. right? So you may not get that on that one person, but you're going to get it in future orders. You'll get it from future customers because they're going to be excited about the same thing that their friends, because what they said, something flocked together. What's that saying? What's the saying about the flock together? Y'all, let me know in the chat. Because I have the family that stays together, the family that prays together, stay together. I don't even know why that's in my head, but now I can't figure out the flock thing. So somebody tell me what it is. I'm going to go back to no plastic on my soaps. Do it. Do it. Reduce, reuse, recycle, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, that's dope. Make sure that you're showing that. Remember, Sean always talks about adding value. Oh, I didn't even realize I'm way over time. Not way over, but it's an hour. But Sean is always talking about adding value. How can you add value? This adds value and it's important. It's important for you. If the environment and saving the environment is important to you, guess what? I'm speaking your language. We are no longer speaking different languages. You don't have to, feel a type of way by buying something, feeling guilty because you're not, helping out the environment or doing anything that could, be sustainable, right? Bird of a feather flock together. Yes, birds of a feather. I was like, what is the thing? So their friends are going to be doing the same thing and they're going to be talking about it and it's going to be moving around in their circle, right? So with that being said, y'all, we can pick up tomorrow and we'll keep on talking about circular spending. I want y'all to think about options that you can offer to your audience or ways that you can reduce waste or make something more sustainable or how you can make something multi-purpose, right? So think about those things that you can do and show up as such, but you don't got to show up as such tomorrow, but just think about what you can do, right? Because this is going to be very important in your communication to your audience. This is also going to be important in the materials that you send to them when they order, right? Because if they ordered something from you, you want them to know, hey, if you purchase this concrete vessel, if you're handy, I wouldn't say drill a hole in it because they might break the vessel, but you can put succulents in here. You could put some rocks in here. You can make you refill it with my candle. You can do all of these things, or you can give them a QR code and say, if you're looking for other ways to use this item, check out this QR code. Or if you're looking for other scents, you enjoyed this scent, but you want to try something different. Hey, why don't you try my refill option? We have refills and we have them in 25 cents or however many cents you have available. You can enjoy the same size candle at a fraction of the cost. And you don't have to throw this beautiful vessel away because this beautiful vessel is a statement piece, or this beautiful thing is, you see what I'm saying? Like this is something that you can put in your materials when you send them their package. It shows that you're considerate. It shows that you're thinking about the environment. It shows that you care about their spending. It shows that you value them as a customer. It shows that you want them to do what's right for the environment. It shows all of those things. So when they feel seen and heard, when they feel cared for, they're going to remain customers for you. So that's all I got for y'all today. That's all I got for y'all today. So make sure that you are following me. And if you are not, make sure you start now. I am Bubble Babes, Babez University, everywhere. Make sure you're following me. Turn on your notifications so you can be notified when we go live. I go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki. I may be on camera and I may not be, but I will be here, still dropping gems, still giving y'all some of the goods. I still will be here. What else? Make sure you subscribe. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you hashtag replay gang in the chat. If this was good for you, let me know. Also, if you have refillables, if you hadn't even thought about doing something that is a refillable item or changing out your packaging to make it more sustainable, let me know in the chat. because we need to have a conversation. But we're gonna pick it up tomorrow, and we're gonna keep on talking about sustainability, because why? If that's where the big brands are going and that's where they're pivoting, guess where you need to be pivoting? The same direction. So I hope that this was great for everybody. Do not forget, you can grab your Coffee with Nikkie t-shirts. Big Meech put the link in the chat one more time. They are unisex and yes, represent the squidard, and it's made by one of our makers here, by our moderator, Big Meech, in the building. So y'all make sure y'all grab you one and then take a picture and tag me so I can repost y'all rocking a Coffee with Nikkie t-shirt. Please and thank you. I appreciate it. All right, you're welcome. See you later. Thank you, cousin. Talk to y'all later. Have a great day.